we scale back like a half-time on the hairpins?
Okay, everybody set? Let's go.
Marco Beltrami is our composer. He is very good in suspense, and in certain moments the score is very minimal, and in other moments it's very, very big, but there's a certain rawness to it, that it's not all too polished.
First thing that I thought of when I saw the footage, that it was stuff that I hadn't seen before in any other zombie movie. It was more almost like they were like a force of nature. To me, that inspired a real musical direction.
We have a score that we think is thrilling and scary and edge of your seat, but also has an emotional component as well.
It works on a couple of different levels. This was the crux of solving this puzzle. Like, how do you combine the intimate nature of this with the epicness of scope? For instance, we had two orchestras going. We had a small group at a place called British Grove in London, and then we also had a much larger group that we recorded over at Abbey Road. It really gave the scope and the epicness, the size to the picture. Some of the shots are really expansive, and the music needs to reflect that as well. So it was something that I've certainly never done before. I don't know, maybe that's going to be the way of scoring pictures in the future. You're recording a small group and a big group at the same time. You know, at 15 through 21, let's make that like a 6-bar crescendo, because the point of arrival is 21. My engineer, John Kurlander, he was actually the head engineer at Abbey Road for quite a few years, and he's really perfected the sound of the room for the orchestra size that we have. And so you have a perfect balance of scope, but you can hear the individuality as well. It's a really amazing studio. And Matt Dunkley, who did the orchestration and conducted, he really brought the vision to life.
Sounds absolutely amazing.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mark was all about the spirit of adventure, doing something new, exploration of sound. So the first idea that I experimented on was to take the sound of emergency broadcast signal, processing that, and then use that as a basis for a lot of the harmonies. It comes all from these two notes for most of the picture. You want sometimes the audience to be disoriented, and sometimes you're not sure what it is that you're listening to. Using the sound world as musical devices is really, that's what inspires me. So that was really a starting point. And then I have a friend of mine, he brought me a lion skull from Africa, and a lot of the rhythmical elements in the movie, like when they're leaving the drugstore, and that's derived from the sound of opening and closing the lion skull. This process, and after we put all the percussion on, a lot of that is a little bit hidden, but it was a source of inspiration that led to other things. I think the way the orchestra was approached was important. And with the zombies, there had to be an intensity, unpredictability about it, using some sounds that aren't traditionally part of the symphony orchestra, one of them being the tubax, which is sort of like a cross between a tuba and a saxophone. And it gave it a little bit of a buzzy grittiness, a growl. It's used in every cue with the zombies. Also, we actually created these chimes. They're kind of interesting because you can hit them, but you can spin them as well. And this is something that you can hear in the score in quite a few places. And that became a little bit of a signature sound for the zombies as well.
And action!
What are you doing?
Should we get into the vault?
I think the main thing in this whole section in the corridor was to sort of stay out of the way. If the music was too overbearing, then it might take you out of the intensity of the picture itself. Less was more. And then after he makes the decision to inject himself, that becomes a big moment, that all the motives and little pieces of music come together in the scene, and hopefully it ties it up emotionally. The people that really made this score work, of course, is Buck Sanders, who was my right hand in the studio. We've been together forever. And also Brandon Roberts and Marcus Trump. Without them, it really wouldn't have been possible to achieve what we did on this score. Having two orchestras going in two different rooms was really sort of groundbreaking for me. And combining the acoustical and electronic sounds together, it was really a fun project.
If you can fight, fight. Help each other. Be prepared for anything. Our war has just begun.
We are good.
Fabulous. Thank you, everybody.